we approach the safer cities or safer neighborhood idea is we literally geographically go map out where are the key high concentration crime points in the area, down to a very specific level, down to the exact street. If it's domestic violence, the exact house. We build structures immediately, the root structure gets structured around that particular problem. So if in, let's say, Johnson Street, there's a domestic violence problem in 3 houses, there's 5 kids who live who are drug addicts, there's a drug outlet down the street, there's a list. Then that community gets mobilized around only that. They organize around the skills that they have. So if there's an older woman who is more communicative, who has a better rapport with the youth, she deals, or he or she deals with the youth. If there's another person who has, it's a more sporty person, we utilize the competencies that people have. And we keep the form of organization in which people are involved as least specialized as possible, so as not to rely too much on sourcing
external,
from outside, external sources.
When we were with the community at the bonfire on Friday night, the 2 things struck me. The one was mothers were talking about, one mother told us the whole story about her son who was involved in gangs and he was addicted, and she later sort of took charge and made sure that he did get arrested, and I think he was hospitalized or something, and he's been clean for a long time now. What the parents were saying, the older women in the group were saying, was that we're scared of our children. They take over our houses.
Before the macro stuff of trying to drive vans and posture around the street with big guns, we try and zoom in that particular. We were very particular about how we analyze crime. It's not generic stats. I don't believe in generic statistics. It's something must be measurable. Now, to me, that and the program we take with her son and her, and healing that environment and bringing her, making it possible for her to access services that can give her that, and put her in a structured community environment where she gets that kind of, where she feels she isn't alone. Having the police there, if you want to call us. You ask them, okay, what is the most dangerous place here in East Streets? And then they mention this road and this gang. So we said, okay, let me show you the stats. And we showed them, you know, there's more violence coming from this house than all of the gang wars here in this area. Because this one breeds a culture of silence and complicity on your part as the neighbor. Because you don't report. If I should organize a march in this area against a drug dealer, you'll be hundreds, you'll be here. But none of you would talk about this woman at 4 Stars 55. Then you want to put it to her, she should come forward and all that things. It doesn't work that way. You get organized, you get supported in order to come out. We could leave that and say, not wait until it's reported, but I'm more interested not only in the victim and what is going to happen eventually, but in the type of complicity around the feeding of a violent subculture that socializes kids into. We are able to, given its size and its density, plots quite specifically which parts of it exactly are crime or high risk points. There's social risk and there's actual crime. Okay, social risk would be from an environmental perspective. It would involve a few lights are out in the street. This is a high traffic route for people to go to work in the morning, or those things. Or there's a shebeen there, so Friday night people go and drink there, they come with their wages down. So that's probably after 10, it's a robbery point. So the risk actually in terms of, it's a bit dark here, they cross this big field over here, so this becomes a risk in the environment itself. Like I said, we identify the issues that affect people and we organize them around. Now from the police side, we go a bit further. People can't travel to the council in Cape Town. So we take the most prevalent presence of the state in organized form in this country is the police. There are no other government departments who are as everywhere omnipresent as we are. So we try as far as possible, although it's not our job, to use the state's presence in our form there as a way for them to access other services in ways that they could not normally. They would not be able to make a phone call to the Home Affairs to sort out their ID book, for example. We tell them come to the station and come into the book. You see, I can go there in this area, there might be 10 drug addicts, but until those mothers don't see it as a problem, and they only see their taps being stolen, pocket brass taps from the thing as the problem, not wanting to see that it's their own children who need that to sell to the scrapyard to get money for their thing. But that is the way they see it. It's useless me trying to pontificate and organize around it. Start with the issue that affects them, they go from there to something else. That's how we work. We prioritize around what people see, how people see the problem, and then get them to the underlying stuff. We show them, listen, this neighboring street has exactly the same problem. So we build unity then around the common issues. Part of our process is of this right to the city is the right of use of that thing which traditionally are occupied by the middle class. So we take people here, like we took them to the waterfront. They saw at one stage a project started from there. Besides relating to this Cape Town central place as only, we try and create shared experiences in that space. We try and, for an activist perspective also, ensure that people access that space. If it's the council building up in town to go and make their demands. The key thing here is, and we place a high premium on these things that you see there, is building counterpower and counter-hegemony to that of gangs. The entry point is not because you're attracted by that guy's BMW, contrary to the myth. Firstly, it starts with a sense of belonging, because there's no other forms. And then the security that comes with it, of being able to walk the street with this group and not be attacked by other people, another group. So those are the basic things. The basic need it speaks to is the same need any other person has outside of that. It's about security, it's about a sense of belonging. There it gets used for criminal purposes. Team sport, we revived it. And through that, certain fields at certain schools where we were successful, we had buy-in from the community to sustain. Now this particular street used to, this borders on this. These are different times of the day. Okay, this is for the primary school. You will take a police officer, go there, kick a ball, and you kick a ball there, then the risk profile of this field changes. Its use changes. Usually you would see people standing around selling drugs, peddling, so the kids would not play. But instead of trying to go house to house and explain that, simplest way, send that police officer there and they kick a ball. Then everybody is curious. Then everybody comes, joins. Then mothers tell their kids, go there. And so you start to place an alternative activity, an alternative identity, use value to this film. You change, you take the environment, you transform it into it's a counter-hegemonic struggle that you have at the, it's an ideological struggle with the gangs.
On another level,
because they are spatially based. They are structured around that, and they need to have certain points, certain key points, public spaces. We literally fight against the criminal privatization of those spaces. Because this is commons. This is the commons. This is where people are supposed to come together outside of their private lives in their houses. It is there for public use. We also create a benefit that comes with being part of the collective, because you know, here you might be working a few hours a day, but here there are other people who look after your kids. Here there are other people. And a lot of things have branched of these structures. These structures, some of them are into graffiti removal, some who do the bonfires outside the yard and stop all customers. They do creative things. There's one group, they ask all the evangelical street preachers to go preach at that corner. Evangelical people at the advantage if they're preaching at that call in the middle of the night and the police is always going to be there. Because we're with these people when they do these things. And so while they're preaching in front of your drug outlet, there's no way you're going to sell it. And that's your peak hour time. And literally the chaps packed up and go. The point of the matter is everything is directed at regaining control of the public space. And that's how you fight gangs. It's not about putting them only in jail. The gangs that we're dealing with here have histories that go well back into the 70s.
Wow.
You cannot incarcerate social problems.